Dr. Parmjit Parmar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to speak on the Healthy Homes Guarantee Bill on the name of Phil Twyford. Mr. Speaker, we do not support this bill. This bill is to amend two acts, the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act 2000, to require the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Authority to set standards for heating and insulation in residential rental properties. And it also amends the Residential Tenancy Act 1986 to require all landlords to then meet those standards that will be set by the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Authority. Mr. Speaker, we believe that our first duty is to ensure that our own houses, that means our state houses, are in order, which means our first step is to make sure that these houses are insulated. And that's what we are doing. We are insulating every state house that could be insulated. The government is taking a practical approach to this issue, and for that we are developing a practical minimum standards quality. And this standard will be applied to all state houses. And this minimum quality standard has been already trialed on 500 Housing New Zealand houses. Mr. Speaker, the national government is committed to providing drier, healthier and warmer homes, and that's why we are focusing on getting our state houses first insulated. About this Members' Bill, Mr. Speaker, this bill, there are few issues in this bill that are not clear. First, and the most important one, is that it does not say when it would come into effect. It just says that it will be illegal to enter into a tenancy agreement 7 days after the regulation takes effect for homes that do not meet the imposed standard. So this will actually create a big commotion in the residential rental market because, Mr. Speaker, people will not get time to make sure that they have got their properties inspected and the properties are complying with the standards that will be set. So as a result, landlords will be pulling out their property from the market. And because they don't want to face those legal actions which are prescribed in this bill. And if you look at the, Mr. Speaker, if we look at the number of tenancy agreements that are entered into each day, that number is around 1,400. So that tells us the magnitude of problem that this bill can create. Second, Mr. Speaker, insulation does not mean better quality. National government is focusing on overall quality of houses, and that's why we are working on minimum quality standards. And minimum quality standards cover more than just insulation. And number three issue is about standards. Mr. Speaker, it is not very clear about standards that will be set for these houses, rental properties, because if standards are set low, then those standards will not meet the purpose of this bill, because then houses will not be drier and warmer. But if standards are set high, then it will have some indirect consequences, and these consequences can be that some houses are such that they will not be able to meet those standards and will be out from the market, and that will push the rent up. And Mr. Speaker, in private sector, if there are more rules, more regulations, more restrictions, that is going to push rent up. Another issue with these standards is that this bill puts the whole responsibility of meeting these standards on the landlord. This practically is not possible because maintaining indoor temperature and ventilation, there should be some kind of arrangement with the person who is living in the house as well. And because some houses are designed such that there will be restriction as per the design what can be modified. Final issue is that I would like to talk about is that as per this bill, it appears that landlords with new tenancies would not be given any period of notice to upgrade their properties. This lack of notice is not workable or practical. So the way this bill is currently drafted, Mr. Speaker, it looks like this bill is going to create more social problems and more health problems. And this will be a big risk to housing supply as well. So, Mr. Speaker, due to these reasons that I have listed, I don't see any value in this bill. Instead, I see numerous complications in the housing market due to this bill. National government is committed to help families live in drier, warmer, healthier and affordable homes. And providing drier, warmer, healthier and affordable homes is a much wider issue than what is covered in this bill. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, I do not support this bill. Thank you.